So many choices. Yellow River Park. Check out the route. Yeah, I've been out here about 5 times. The way they have these bike trails and these horse trails, they make this place endless. They do. I mean, you have so many options out here on this old farmland out here. But you know me, I'm trying to make it down to the water. Just to chill today. I'm burned out after yesterday's adventure. Even though I only did like 5 miles. Oh boy. I can barely even move. See, it's the quality of the miles that takes your breath away. You know? I mean, if you did 5 miles on a level surface with not, using your muscles and stuff like that, no climbing, nothing like that, you don't hurt the next day. Welcome to getting older. Yeah, but I did 5 miles through the wilderness, climbing up and down the riverbank around the Chattahoochee, up and down rock cliffs and stuff, climbing over down trees, up and down hills. Yeah, boy. So why am I out today? Because I have to come out. I'm not about to sit inside the Da Vinci pad either on the weekend. Sun's not going to be out today. It's going to be raining later. It was actually raining pretty hard when I was on my way over here. Had to run the windshield wipers a couple of times. I don't know how far I intend to go. I don't know exactly what I'm trying to accomplish today by just coming out. We'll probably see quite a bit of some mountain bike parts all over the place out here. I got the garbage bags ready to go. I got like 2 of them. That's it. Man, mosquito spray so thick, I look like I've been sweating. This is not the place that you need to be listening to music with the headsets in, because of mountain bikers. I was already passed by 2 of them from behind. These are shared biking trails. I mean, shared, mixed use trails. It's easy to get lost and turned around out here, so I'm not going to be filming too much. I'm not. Because I got to save the battery life to pull myself up on the map. Or find a map out here. Because it's extremely easy to get turned around out here with these bike trails that meander through the landscape. I don't know if you ever noticed that. When it comes to these biking paths, these parks that have these mountain bike paths, there's a few around town that you can easily get lost in, even if you were to cut through the woods. The worst thing that could possibly happen is you come into a biking trail. Why? Because you have no idea where it's going to lead you. Because the way they zip around, in and out and in, throughout the landscape, backwards and forwards. You're going to go down here thinking you're going to have a chance to find your way back to the parking location. Next thing you know, it's going to zip up here, meander through the hillside, cross back over, Go back down here, and you're going to end up in the same spot that you were 3 hours before that. So it's very beneficial if you had a compass or if you had a map or something of this place. See, that's one thing they don't have out here, are garbage cans. On the trails, you gotta walk a long distance to find the garbage cans. They're only located around the parking lots and stuff, and that's about it. Or heavily populated locations up and down the river, not far out. Things like this will have a tendency to fill up a bag in a heartbeat. Just a handful of them. See, that's one thing too about places like this. You can hear the mountain bikes switching gears, but you can't find them. You can't see the mountain bikes until it's too late. I just heard somebody switching gears, and I don't see a dang thing either. What the heck do I get myself into? See what I mean? This is exactly what I'm talking about. I mean, what direction do I go? I'm trying to see that gap far out in the landscape. I'm trying to see it. That's going to tell us where the river is. I hear some running water though. We might be fairly close, I'm not sure. I want to get on the other side of the river. I've always been trying to get to the other side. There's another side to the park that doesn't stretch out too far. But I think there might be a fair amount of larger trees out there on that side. It looks like it might have been hard for them to get to for timber, but it wasn't part of the farmland, I don't think. Alright guys, let me pick it up. I pass stuff like this all the time, and I can feel them getting on me about it. Right there, man. Get it? Yeah, I can feel it. Of course I can. Yeah, I just want to explore to that side. But I have to find an easy access point to get down across the river, and then up to the other side on the bank. None of this straight up and down, dropping up and down, More turns. But I think I see the river. I think I see something else too. It's metallic. Well, it's a metallic balloon, that's all it is. I think it's about time I whip out one of the garbage bags. I mean, one of the Kroger grocery bags. And start putting it to use, even though I just got here. I know one thing's for sure, though. There's not going to be any garbage on the other side of the river. I doubt they even have real trails on that side of the park, really. But we're about to find out today. Not just silver. Silver and gold. Da Vinci style. Maybe. Alright. Welcome to Yellow River. I know we've been here a few times. Haven't done many videos on this place. I mean, I'm kind of hesitant to go down here because I know what it's going to be like. There's going to be a crap load of garbage along the bank, and it's going to fill up. I mean, 100 feet worth of bank is going to fill up almost 2 entire grocery bags. That's why I'm kind of hesitant to come down here. Yeah. But that's the side I'm trying to get to right here. There's the side. Look at this. You can't ever tell how deep it is until you get in. This is normally a shallow river in most cases. But there's the spot that completely turns around. There's houses up there. There's some kind of Buddhist temple up there behind us. But that's the side. The extension of the park goes a little bit deeper over there. I'm trying to get in. There might be some old trees of life. I'm not sure. Man, these adventures. I mean, look at that. Who knows if I step in and I get caught up in the quicksand up to the knee with the slow moving water out here. Man. But these banks are kind of hard to get around. I've tracked a couple of spots around the river though. I tracked a couple of spots that are kind of easy to get down, up and down off of, you know. And that's not it. I mean, it's yin and yang though. It's going to be hard to get down on this side because it's just going to drop all the way down. But then it's going to be easy on the other side. And vice versa, you know. It might be easy on this side, but on the other side, it's going to be impossible. I wonder what kind of stuff they would say out here if I was doing an EVP session. Or just let the recording go. And just use my thought process to generate a frequency within me, you know. The frequency that they know how to answer. Keep a lookout for the garbage. Yeah, I should have got the grabbers. It's not like I keep forgetting them, but, you know, there's no place to hold them on me, you know. I don't have a holster. I mean, these places right here are so unstable. They are. I know you're going to laugh if I fall. You're going to say, use that strap. People use it to climb up this thing all the time. All I'm trying to do is just get these things right here. Man, the things I do. These places are so unstable. Let me go ahead and get off the camera. I don't need you laughing at me if I take a tumble on this unstable stuff. You know, you take a step and you'll just slide. That's it. Slide and roll. Well, yeah, I had to slide down there and get it, and I had to crawl out of this backwards. Man, my arms are going to feel it after that one, and I just now got started. But check this out. There's something that I see hung up in a tree. I don't know if that's telling me that's how high the waters get out here or what, but there's like a full carpet hanging from a tree down there. I might go down there and take a look. You can see it right there. That's crazy. Either that's a rug or some kind of tarp or something like that, but that thing is at least 20 feet higher than the top of the water that it's hanging off of. Let's go take a look. Let's hope it doesn't take us that long to get down there. I gotta get going. That took a while. I think both my shoes are filled with this fine grit sand. Man, I haven't even gotten to the waters yet. Yeah, I had to climb up on the bank. It was real steep. It just went straight up and down. They're making noises over there. Their own music. Where's that thing at? It can't take us that long to get down here, though. What's the best access? I'll tell you what, I'm the most shady looking human being out here. Everywhere I go, I'm always the most shady looking one. I mean, what would you think if you saw some dude, trying to just cut through spots like this? There it is right there. I bet, it's probably just a plastic bag. Like an industrial thing or something. From a warehouse. You're going to say, get it, take it to the garbage can. That thing's probably bigger than I am. I bet somebody just tossed it up there, though, I mean, that could be the case. Somebody probably just dropped it off. It is a rug. Can't tell if that means the waters get this high. I know they get high around here. I mean, there was one year I came here. I think I did the video on it. Exploring through the trails around the river. And all the leaves, you can see the line where the leaves are just washed out. And it was nothing but sand that was turned over and piled up. I mean, you could see the line right here. But that's probably about a year and a half. I could be wrong, though. But there's the line right here. Yeah, somebody probably tossed that there. There's a rock they can fish on right here. Man, and look, it's our colors. Yellow and blue. Well, some of our colors, not all of them. Look, it looks pixelized like a Nintendo game. An old school arcade game. How the heck would you even get that thing out of the tree? Man, look at that thing. I can't tell if it's got a design on it or if it's got numbers on it. Like if it says 22 or something. I can't tell. Good find for today. How it ended up there, I don't know. I mean, how would you even drag that thing out here? You talk about looking shady. You're going to come out here and carry a rug out here. You know what? I think that's our beacon. To get in. Right here looks like the perfect spot. I can't tell how deep it is right there, though. I looked at an angle. It looks like I can step right in at that spot. I could be wrong, though. That could be up to the waist. I know it's deep right here, and it's nothing but collected leaves, which means you'll sink like the Titanic. All right. The beacon. The beacon. To point us where to come back to. But I'll leave myself a little incentive right here. Looks like a piece of tar. Hold on. Yeah, but I'll leave myself a little incentive right here. I know somebody might climb down here too. I'll be honest with you, though, when it comes to places like this too, some of the time it's easier climbing up than it is climbing down. I know that looks easy to climb down, but I mean, it's straight up and down. And the older you get, the more ancient the knees get. The harder that is. Hold on. I'm planting that. It's not garbage. But don't leave myself a little incentive right here. My full bottle of water. My victory water when I make it back, you know. I have a full bottle inside my left pocket, but it's too much to carry too. Hopefully no one else finds it, you know. It is a Sunday. Which means, you know, who knows if anybody else is going to come out here. Dang, does that ever look so dangerous? Man. All right. Well, there's no guarantee I'm going to be able to get in, though. I mean, I could step right here, but I think I did enter this one spot. About 4 or 5 years ago, I did. Good thing it's just a rock. Boy, it's beautiful out here, though. I mean, look at the rock. How it turns these corners. Man. Yeah, I think I did climb down here about 3 or 4 years ago. Maybe much longer than that. Much more than that. And I think I just made it to that one little sandbar. There's no gravel bars out here. It's all sand. All right. Beautiful. In many cases, sandy creeks and sandy rivers are more beautiful than gravel bars. But don't tell them that I said that. You know, it's yin and yang. Depends on how you look at it. I know I'm just like standing on the edge. I can't remember how sturdy the sands are, though. I don't know if it's dense. Alright, so far so good. Or if it's like the real quicksandy type like you find in North GA. Alright, up to the knees already, up to the knees already. It's sinking a little bit, though. It's going down above just about above the ankles. Yeah, see, when you see stuff like that, that's only about 6 inches deep right here. Right through this zone right here. That tells me that it's going to be like you're going to drop right in. Because it's real soupy underneath. The things I get myself into to try to have a good time. Yeah, it's up to the thighs. Up to the thighs, can't tell. Alright, check the pockets. Got the keys on the chest. Bottle of water. There's a 30% chance of thunderstorms after about 4 o'clock. But when it comes to places like this, like I said earlier, you do not want to be on the wrong side of the river or anything like this at the wrong time. I mean, you got to plan so far ahead of time. You got to track the forecast. Man, we're making good. We're making good. You got to track the forecast. What it's going to be doing 20 miles north of here, where the Yellow River is nothing but like a tiny creek with nothing but bedrock. That's all it is. It shoals up there towards Lawrenceville and stuff. Tiny little creek as it zips through like Lawrenceville and Snellville and stuff like that. That's all it is. I mean, you can see it crossing over 316. It's nothing but like rock. That's it. Someone's up on the trail. Of course, go figure. They see us out here. They're going to think I'm crazy. Oh, of course, they're stopping and looking. Let me play it off. I'm just shooting pictures. Alright, well, it's not going to be that easy trying to get up through this thing. I mean, it looks easy once I get up here. I mean, That's manageable. Look, see, I mean, the dead stuff is not necessarily a bad thing. Look, they give you something to hold on to try to climb up, and they have secured it to the edge right here so you can, have something stable to climb on. Just like these guys too. But my knees can't handle it at the moment. I'm going to have to go all the way down here. Well, here's a spot right here. What's easier for the knees? You got things to hang on to right here. But it's a straight shot up. Or you can go at an angle and have to duck down half the time. But it's easier on the knees. Man, getting old sucks. Every time I do this kind of thing, even when I climb down, you feel that feeling in the front of your knee like a rubber band's about to snap. I've been feeling that for like the past 3 years now, and it's scary. I can't believe I'm actually on this side for the first time. What you know about that? It's going to be the same deal. Water oaks, willow oaks, dry sand. That's it. Leafy zones. Plastic buckets, of course. Been there since about 1992. Probably 2003. A lot of privet hedges. Old farmland. Welcome to the other side of things. Oh, it's a washout ditch. I thought it was an old road. Hold on. I know what it is. It's top of an inlet, a drainage inlet for like a subdivision. Hey, we got two of them. How much these things cost? Imagine me rolling. Those things are almost brand new. Look, the deer. Well, that's from the concrete. The edges are worn away. Looks like something's been chewing on them. But it's not. It's just, maybe things have been climbing on them. I thought that was from like the concrete, where they've been sitting. Yeah, they're like inlet guards. Usually they cover them with like a green mesh or something. You find them around new developments all the time. What a great find, but what a horrible find. I mean, these things probably cost a lot of money, and we just found treasure. We did. There's two of them right here. That's crazy. There's no way to get these things out of here. We just found treasure, guys. We did. Let me Google that thing, see how much these things cost, if I can find what they are. Maybe you could do the same. Figure it out yourself. Man. No way to get it out. But I'm hoping that it's not like an omen or a premonition for this place. You know what I said earlier? Please don't develop the land out here. Don't do it. Leave it for the public. For us to explore it, And then we come across something that always signifies brand new development. And it's two of them. All right, this stretch of land out here is not too wide. I mean, you get the subdivisions back here that were built back in like the 60s and 70s and stuff. So I'm assuming they got trails and stuff that come back here. I tried to look at the other side. There's a couple of trails over there by where the shoals are. Way up here, about another maybe 3/4 of a mile. We're not going up there though. We're going to be sticking it to this side where it's less crowded. Or that I know of. I don't know if I'm going to be wanting to see like where people have been just like out here recently, looking at spray paint, that kind of stuff, hunting kind of stuff at the tops of trees. Well, that's weird. That's like the fifth planter plant container that I've come across in the past 200 feet. Well, maybe I'm just walking myself into a spot I'm going to have to come back and clean up later. Let's hope it's not going to be too much out here. Is that another balloon? Or just a plastic bag? I know I'm wasting battery life. All I gotta do is just find the river and find my way back. What the heck is that? Mushrooms? That's weird. Something container. These had to have been dumped here. It's got a trademark on it, which means it's not that old. Stuff like this you see is not going to be very old anyway. I don't see no trespassing signs yet. Patent pending. I can't tell. I'm not going to. They look like hats for the Wicked Witch, you know. Soil line, root control, field grow container. Well, that's pretty cool. It's for nature. I'm all for that. Let's hope it's biodegradable. All right. Getting used to the landscape, just like the other side. Nothing but farm terracing all the way up. It seems you always have to go to the top of it all to try to see if there's like some old homestead or something. Pile of boards, pile of bricks, pile of stones. Not many people come to this side. I mean, this is one of those parks where it's like, it's big on families, you know. And the further you get out away from like the picnic locations and the playground, you get the avid fishermen and the hikers and the bikers that have no want, no desire to come to this side at all. Unless you're big into exploring like we are. You'll do anything to go anywhere and see what's around places, you know. And my ancient butt is out here not being 18 years old or 21. I'm far past that. What the heck is that? I'm just looking at the nature. I'm just looking down there. Looks like another washout zone. It's not the river. I'm not trying to get back to the river on this side because I know what it looks like. Always trying to go where no man has gone before. Well, you know, after the 1970s, that is. Yeah, that is the Yellow River. It is on this side. We're on the skinniest part of the landscape over here. The skinniest part. Man, that's so cool. Look at that. You can see both sides of the river right here. Well, I can see with my eyes. The camera doesn't pick it up that well. You can see the drop right there. The line. The sandy banks on that side. That's cool. Yep, go figure. Old school beer can. Miller Lite, probably from 1998. A lot of piles of fieldstones up here, though. I mean, if I ran into some old school graveyard, I would be going crazy. But you know, these are just fieldstones from the farming days that sit there all over the place out here. There's like 10 piles out here. All around us. They decided to line this one up. Nothing big, just a cool find, that's it. Watch somebody scream out, "My grave is over here," like they do every time. Your classic Georgia quartz. Sugar quartz, bubble wrap quartz, whatever you call it. The type you always find. I won't be surprised if we come across some deer bones and stuff from old hunting days back here. Just don't get turned around. Uh-oh. I'm losing it. I'm losing it. I am. The water's going in the correct direction. You know what I mean? It's like I'm expecting to see the trail over there on that side. This is so scary. It is. When you find yourself in a situation like this. I mean, it's almost like we're on the other side, but we're not. And everything's going in the correct direction. Except us. Just remember, the river's got to be on the right side. Another perfect discovery. I know you saw that thing before I put the camera down. Check out probably the largest piece of burl I have ever come across. Look at the size of this thing. It's as big as I am. Man, I've never come across a piece of burl this big. Man, look at that. How many bowls can you make from this thing? How many boxes can you make from this thing and sell them? For a few $100s a piece. They give you an opportunity to be a great artist. They do. That is a gargantuan one. I'm taking reference pictures artistically, you know, offset to the side. They don't deserve to have something like this sit next to it, though. The trees have enough issues as it is. They don't need any more. Man, look what we get to look forward to out here. Welcome to heaven. Ain't nothing like it. I'm so glad I'm out here alone. That I know of, you know. Beautiful. Directly west, 1,682 feet through heaven. I'm having a blast. I love this hobby. Let's hope that whatever they said I went too far from, that they actually run us right into it, and that is good. Whatever it is, it's going to be so hard and so dang time consuming to keep coming out here and doing EVP sessions and going back and spending weeks, days, and hours to try to analyze the audio and get these little riddles on what I passed and went too far from that I meant to find, or they're trying to lead us to. Probably a Native American grave we're not allowed to touch or anything like that. It could be anything though. It could be truth about something. It could just be something I desire. Maybe it is just picking up the garbage. And they're sick of it. I mean, look at this heavenly spot out here. They like it like this. You know. Nice and clean. Back to the stair steps for the giants. What the heck is going on up here? I'm hoping that I'm closer to the other side of the park. The real side. That's gotta be it. I'm hoping that's it, guys. I'm hoping there's not some stray dog up here. I've gone about 800 feet. I think I've gone about halfway. Don't say that. Don't say that. I was about to say, it's downhill from here. Excuse me. It's down the slope from here. The other side. But I just heard a massive clap of thunder. To the east, I think. Let's hope it's to the east and not to the north. It came from this direction. That's east. There's no way that they can hear me. Let's hope once I come over that hill that it is the river and not some stray dog. I would probably pet them to death, knowing me. They're directly in the path of where I need to go. Directly west. They're not down a hill on the other side of the river. They're not. See? They're singing with every step I take. They can hear me all the way over here. And listen to that thunderclap to the north. Uh-oh. Crap. This is going to hell in a handbasket. They're getting thunderstorms to the north, which is north of where the river is. And we have a dog over here. Who's barking with my every move. They're making me go south instead of west. What the heck do I get myself into? I have no idea where I'm going. Google Earth won't give me an accurate location. It keeps putting me in different locations in these subdivisions. I'd say about 3 miles from where I am right now. It won't pinpoint my location. Please tell me that's running water. I think it is. Hope you like my little exploring adventure videos. I know they're kind of nerve-wracking after some of the time. Here is the river. Please don't be muddy and please don't be up to the chest. I don't know if I'll cross here. We got a ways to go around to get back to the bend. You're gonna say, hey man, hey, right now, if I were you, I would be crossing right now. Instead of wait. But I don't want to miss anything, guys. I mean, you guys are crazy. Ain't nothing like making it back to safety. Ain't nothing like making it back to where people actually are. Welcome to heaven. Let me grab some pictures real quick. What the heck is a bench table doing all the way out here? Oh, crap. Yeah. Maybe, I need to keep my mouth shut when I see things and not say things out loud like, looks like somebody slipped. Just like back there in that creek. When it was a footprint. I mean, it wasn't a footprint, it was a shoe print. And it was just one. And we just matched it perfectly right there. What the heck is going on? It's almost like every time I say something, something happens in the future. If you don't know what part of the river we're in, or what exact location, shame on you, you should know exactly where we are. It's where everybody comes out to take the pictures. It's where there's a drop in elevation right here, and you have to climb down right here. Surprised I don't see 15 people sitting out here. They should be. Of course, you already know. Every time, but why today? And someone out here just chimed in and said, pick it up. What the heck is going on with my life? Pick what up? The garbage? Why did you have to make it look like the lady? I know. The battle between man and nature. Man and Mother and Father Nature. You even have the Metatron symbol right in the middle of it. The equalizer. The battle. Just like the good old days. Can never forget a drawing. And drawings can come to life. Headed back to the stash. Besides, I need the water. Man, things I get myself into. Gotta find a hiding spot that I'll never forget to find the lady. You know? Always bring us back out to find it. Gotta find the right spot somewhere. A good spot where no one knows where to find it except one human being. Now, when I talk about this looking like the lady, I don't mean her face. I mean the painting, the details in the painting, the colors, the rosin. You should know that by now. Welcome to heaven. The least you can do is keep it that way. to get that bottle. At the crossroads, right on the corner. I know you're saying someone's going to come out here and look for it. Well, they have the right to. It's part of the game. Part of the hunt. What the heck do I get my hands into? At least I'll take one thing out and leave the rest. It's getting dark and lovely out here. %2 left on the battery. Grab what I can. And you know, I wish they would give us some kind of real message besides hieroglyphics with their chicken scratch. Maybe one day we'll be able to read it. Maybe there is a message. You just have to know the language of nature. Wish that bag was on a rope. Let's go get it. What a day. What an adventurous day. But it's harder going down than it is getting up. Let's go and grab this thing. At least this bridge is intact.